figure why not jump on and let's do some streaming. So one of the things I've been doing is with Kaldheim is really been enjoying the sagas. I actually built a couple decks around the sagas. So today's daily challenge is red and white. So what's in this? We got Strixhaven coming. Already bought the package for the 50 packs. Typically I do that just to get me as many cards as possible. And then I figure I get the Mastery Pass and earn the rest. I also saved up 13,000 gems right now, or gold, so that's 13 packs of additional cards. So I can't wait till this comes out this coming week. It's going to be great. It'll be even better when the physical paper cards come out. I think I have like 5 or 6 boxes already pre-ordered. I think this time around I went with the... I'm trying to think of the name of them. They're the boosters, the set boosters. There we go. With the set boosters, for a couple different reasons. One, I sell cards on TCG Player. If you check out my store, TCG Player, Cybertech Cards. I open up a bunch of booster boxes. If you've seen on this channel before, have a bunch of different box openings. Did a bunch with the last Time Spiraled Remastered. Probably not going to open any more Time Spiral Remastered. I think I have like 4 boxes remaining with Time Spiral, but I don't want to open them just quite yet. Might wait until maybe this time next year and open them up just as kind of like a, hey, this is what we were doing last year. So what else we got in the store today? Don't see any good deals. Castle Lockwain kind of cool. I'm not real into the aesthetics. So red and white challenge day. Let's see what we got for red and white decks. Showdown of Scald. This is kind of a nice... it's using the sagas, and I haven't really done much with this yet. So it's mostly focusing on dwarves and equipment. And of course Outlaw's Merriment to kind of throw a little bit of fun into the deck. Of course we have the Goldspan Dragon, great card. I love this card. Creating the treasure token. Of course, we have to have Embercleave. So got our flip lands, got our temple, and of course our Fabled Passage. So let's see how this deck does. Last night I was playing Raven's Warning. The deck needs a little bit of work. Basically just went and did, threw a bunch of shit in there to try to make sure it falls in line with the actual theme of the sagas. It was the over idea with these decks. So... Tyrant of Cuddles. Alright. And of course, make sure to get your little Thopter. If you have mobile, just download it on your mobile. Even if you don't keep it on your mobile at all the times. I would definitely say just at least download it and grab the guy. Cute little Thopter. He doesn't really do much. I think he just go gets food or something. So I'm thinking this is going to be like a Foretell deck. And again, this deck I haven't really played much. I just mostly did these just as a jank deck, around the 2 red-white. So honestly, I don't know how this deck is going to work, so we'll see how it does. Got some Dwarven Berserkers here. We got some good creatures. Yeah, there's some type of counter spell going on there. This card is very interesting, Mystic Reflection. It's definitely a cool card. I think any blue deck should put this card in. Kind of a weird... Of course I'm going to put him on there. So creatures that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. So that's kind of a nice... And I typically don't play a lot of decks with a lot of equipment or artifacts. So this deck for me to play is kind of unique, to say the least. So how many people have actually started playing MTG Legends? I started playing MTG Legends. I'm not a big MMO type person. So for me to play it, definitely a challenge. Yeah, I don't want to. At the beginning of each combat, you may attach it or equipment to a creature you control. Trying to think what I want to do. So creatures at the beginning of each combat, you may attach a target aura. Okay. So actually, the Dwarven Hammer will be kind of good because I'll be able to bring that out, and at the beginning of combat, I'll be able to attach it to him. Now, the only thing I don't get... keep it on him. This guy's like, shit. So this guy's got a 10/8 creature. Halvar was a creature. I know he's not your typical dwarf, but after seeing what this guy could do, I kind of really enjoyed what he brought to the field as a creature. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what this guy does. I mean, he's getting close to 7 mana, so I'm hoping he doesn't have an Ujin or anything, because that would be really crummy. So that was a really cool match. I think that was one of the better matches I played with this deck. I don't really play it a lot. And also, that's the first time I got Halvar out early enough to actually make him a viable threat. So really cool card. I mean, you know, I haven't played anything with like the God decks or anything. I'm not like a God deck player, but that really works in that deck. Huh. Army. I wish I could get rid of that because that bugs me. So not too bad. Let's see here. Let's go back to that deck. So when I did these decks, I'm going to flip change the layouts here and expand it. So when I did these decks, the whole idea was to put two of the rares in. I actually only think I got one of them. So I might have to adjust that. And then the commons I put 4 in, and then everything else was kind of trying to build around it. And the reason why the dragon's in here is dragons love treasure. And you know, if you have any ideas on how to make this deck better, it'd be great to kind of hear people's feedback. All that glitter, you know, I've never really played that. I've seen a lot of decks play that card, but I don't play a lot of enchantments. I'm more of a kind of like in-your-face type player. So when it came to this deck, it's kind of a little out of my realm. It's got decent overall mana curve, you know, 20 creatures, 25 non-creatures, you know, 16 dwarves. You know, the mana curve is at an average of 2.9. The spells are pretty well evened out, a little bit heavy on the white side, 24 lands. No sideboard. I don't really play best of 3, so I really don't. And for me, it's really interesting. It's a 70-card deck, but I feel like it works. You know, maybe to make the pools a little bit better, you know, maybe take out 2 outlaws, merriments. You know, let's get this down to 67. Let's play this again. Trying to keep up, trying to gain as much gold as possible. Like I said, I get the $49.99 pack, but I really want to. I don't really put much into it than that every couple of months because, and the Mastery Pass. I mean, the Mastery Pass I feel is a good value if you're somebody that can complete a lot of the challenges. So this is going to be interesting. 2 mana. I got some turn 2 type stuff ready. So overall, not bad. If I didn't have, you know, again, the casting cost and average on this deck is 3. So something tells me this is probably going to be green and white deck. Okay. So this is going to be an adventure deck. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be some type of adventure deck. I'm expecting to see ram throughs. Gotta love that pacifism. That's probably one of my favorite white cards. I really like that. And it's hard with that card to be careful not to play it too early and to really try to wait until you get something. Great Henge, another nice card. So what do we got here? We got a couple different options here. And that's not one of them. Little Vivian, nice 3/3 creature.
I love making new friends.
I bet you do. So what do we got here? I don't know if that was a bad move or what. Now this deck doesn't have any planeswalkers in it, which is probably one of the weaknesses. But there's not really like a dwarf planeswalker, and I tried again to keep the deck kind of in my favor. Oh, a nice mutate. I hate mutate. I'll be so happy when that rotates out.
We will adapt to any threat.
So what do we got here? We'll play that. We'll play this. Gotta take that out. Now, that was an interesting choice. Now the question is if I can get another mana. That Showdown of the Skulls is actually really cool. I kind of like that card, so... Oh, what was that? That was kind of a cool card. Heliod's Intervention.
I call, and Ikoria answers.
Yeah, well, good for you, because that's not going to work well. Something tells me it's going to be... I shouldn't attack Vivian. I got to go after the actual player, so... Now, what's going to be fun is the next turn, I'll have the treasure token. The following turn, I'll be able to search...
Every bark joins a chorus of roars. The arc bow is quite powerful.
Nice. Gotta love Vigilance. You know, I love this, Sword of the Realms. Great card, great card. Dwarven Hammer, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Oh, it has Trample. That's not what I'm going to do. That's going right on Breakneck Berserker. This is a good match. I definitely like... I like when you have good matches with decks.
Every day is a new mutation.
Oh, what are you going to destroy? Ah, the little squirrel chariot. Or kitty cat chariot. Nice. So the only downside is... Oh, that was nice. That was really nice. That serves me right. Well, let's see here. Oops. So Halvar is really cool for moving enchantments around, especially if somebody pacifies that creature. So that's really cool. Buddy, you gotta start attacking me. I can block one creature at a time. You gotta start attacking me. big thing with this deck is the other person's deck is very aggressive. Like, I don't know why they're just sitting there building up creatures. Like, I have one creature. You know, unless you're trying to, you know, do some type of challenge or something, don't waste people's time. I mean, there you go. You actually learned to stop jerking off to your deck. Alright, so I think I probably got my daily challenge of 10. There we go. Alright. So I need 4 more wins by tomorrow to get the XP. I'm trying to get, what is there, 80 levels? Get Mythic card, Mastery Tree. What do I got left? Storytelling and God of Fury. I don't think I have the God of Fury in this deck. Oh yeah, that's definitely going in there. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely going in there. Okay, so not a bad hand. Would have preferred to play. And again, now the only downside about this is there's no creatures. So I got all that glitters. I got Anthem, but this person's going to be able to pick me until I get something. The only good news is I'll be able to drop these glorious Anthems out there. Ugh. So this is probably going to be a life gain deck. Oh, they don't like the Light of Hope. This guy likes boot nippers. Trying to decide what I want to do here. I think next round is going to be dropping Outlaw's Merriment. That's weird. So why is Double Strike not working? That's interesting. That's interesting. Why does Double Strike not? There's something up with the game that's not recognizing that Double Strike. Because why is it not? That was really cool. Halvar is probably one of my favorite cards. The Sword of the Realms, really cool. I love the fact that that guy put face feathers on my card and I was able to move it around. Um, you know, really fun deck. I'm really enjoying this deck. Um, but this guy was a good sport. Um, I just great deck. Lifelink decks, white and black decks. I love white and black lifelink decks. I've always been a white and black player or a black and blue player. Um, so a lot of times you know, I get out of the norm of what I'm used to. But again, here I'll bring up the deck and again, if anyone has any how could I make this better? Is there something you would do? What would you take out? Um, the other thing I'm trying to think of, the thing that Magna, um, really cool when you tap a dwarf that it generates tokens, artifacts, so that it helps build up your all that glitters. Goldspan Dragon, we really didn't see him come into play. The Ember Cleaves, didn't really see them come into play. The white man, it's hard with the mana. I'm still, it's 29 to 23. Maybe I should adjust the mana. Not much, but maybe I should +1 the white. The Needle Verge. These lands in Zendikar Rising are probably my favorite lands next to dual lands. I think the versatility of these lands. I know everyone was all about the shock lands, and everyone's all about the fetch lands, but for mana fixing, I feel that these decks, with the 2-color at least, work very well. I feel that with these, I used to run a lot of shocks with my decks until they rotated out into historic. And when they rotated out, I basically did a 1-to-1 swap for the shocks to these. And the nice thing is if you really understand your deck and you get one of these in an opening hand, it really, to me, helps fix any type of mana issues. I was surprised with these because I really don't think these are even worth that much. Pillager Pathway. Let me go take a look, see what the latest pricing on them is. But I just don't think that they're. Let's see. Which pathway is it? Pillager Verge. So it's Needle Verge. Needle Verge. So Needle Verge pathway. What we're looking at for borderless. $2.84. And that's for the borderless version. So I mean, the borderless version I really like, but I just think these cards for 2-color decks are really impressive, really great. If you're trying to figure out, you just started playing Arena and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, what type of decks you want to do, and what type to spend on some of your rares to get these lands. I mean, they're definitely, all my decks run them, and they really do help a lot. So, I hope you enjoyed, the showdown of the Scald. Again, this deck is, in process of working. I try to think of something different. I do play rogues, but after a while, that gets kind of boring. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, check me out on tcgplayer.com, Cybertech Cards, and support this stream.